them. So there is hope. But that being said, you wouldn't leave the map up if you weren't. So for that, I think Furia could 2-0 this one as well.
Drawn out process of attackers just trying to get in the building. That is always the issue with Cafe. It's establishing a foothold. You don't have any doors you can walk in towards the top floor. You have to either go through hatches, windows, or the skylight. And speaking of, Wizard just goes head ticking off from skylight.
Now just the 3 versus 4. They do find the back of Loira, but as we enter the final minute, they're just putting the pressure across the top. And I mean, Box Era is still just holding on. Look at the movement there of Volps on the far side. They know they've got them outnumbered. Now they've got them surrounded and probably about to suffer the other side of Box. There it is. Pops up. Pops one. Now he's in a 1 versus 1, but he knows his friends are very close. The explosions are even closer. They're waiting to be swung from Lumber. But Box Era is sick of a gun and wistfully dreams of a set of hands. Until somebody's forced out, nothing is truly happening. Loira finds the Deimos, waited ready. They tried to explode at the same second. There's one found. Not quite finished off. Instead, it's actually down the corridor. Loira caught out by Fantasy. Do they know about the second man?
I don't know if he does, though. It would be... Yeah, the call has to come in, and it does. And Diaz, yeah, you can't cleanse yourself with a phone call anymore. That's long gone with the mute trick. Phone is going to blow up, and the C4 able to snatch Fantasy. And oh dear, NIP, very similar to that first round. Just can't really get a stable grip in the building.
It's almost that sort of risky thing, right? As I said it, the standard ways of approach are drifted away. Diaz drifts his way around the 90 corner, kills one. Try and read somebody else here, but 40 seconds, they're still fighting just for the ground underneath, and it leaves, what, a player on rappel outside White. They know exactly where he is. So they finished the round. 2 in a row here for Furia. Fancy. He's only struggle outside, and there's the kit, there's the kill. Basetto gone.
First time that we've seen any real semblance of an attack here from the attackers. So we'll just see if they can keep it up. Obviously going to go with a top-down avenue, and oh, good night, Fantasy.
I mean, what a beautiful, quick little dance there. Loira has somehow been able to get back to the site. He's usually been the body that's taken so far. And they do what they haven't been able to do and finds 2 within the same round. That's the sort of problem. All of them are so low and so close. And that's all of them that have suffered bullets, but just haven't been able to get the end of it. Finally, Pino finds one. Got things leveled back up. 20 seconds, though. The timer, very narrow window for them to turn this into success, and a very narrow play space left for the ones tucked behind. Bomb army crawling themselves to some sense of safety as Volps goes down. It's just 2 people behind a table, and they're in the 3 versus 2, but the timer demo is so low, they pop up, reveal the unpleasant surprise behind it with the revolver, and they lose on time!
For NIP, I mean, overall for Furia, here, is it going to be kitchen? Is it going to be over towards VIP restaurant? This is big decision making here for NIP, and at the moment, it just feels as though they're fishing for a kill. In a minute 15, it could be time. Going to be NIP's worst nightmare once more.
They've been able to get that opening kill, though. Diaz gone. Volps finds the trade back in, though. Levels things up. However, it's the cost of the operators. Loira, unfortunately, puts another down, though. Hates is found. Loira finds a second for his trouble. Does Wizard at least make sure he doesn't entirely run away from them? The 3 versus 2 versus only Basetto left. Hasn't found himself a kill. Would have to level himself up in totality to get this one back in. I mean, look, you can see the pressure's mounting. That's a secondary in the hand of Boxera, so he's going to pull back. He's got 40 seconds, but they're just wanting the engagement, right? They've forced him back out the building. Oh, okay. A bit of a mix-up, a bit of a snafu, and now we've suddenly got a 1 versus 1. He knows exactly where he is. The ping was there. He doesn't have the kit. He can't.
Yeah.
They've rotated off. They've pulled off wedding. Oh, and Hertz wins it out. Oh, that was almost a bit of a nightmare. Sledge. Eight's going to see if he can try and drive his way up. We can hear the Candelas popping, but they're inside the site. Dino's under pressure. There's an easy pickup. There's actually two. Well, they tried something a bit of a difference, and oh no! Caught out as well. Oh, it's a flawless. Third half could at least get something to build from. Something to keep them of that death. And there's a nice first gift. There's an instant response.
Yeah. That's another thing as well. We have to mention Furia. They've not allowed NIP to have any form of control. If NIP are able to get a kill, which is very far and few between at the moment for them in this game, there will always be a response from Furia. They will always keep the man count level. As you can see, they will also keep the man count in their favor. Make that too in their favor. So it's just same old, same old. NIP struggling to get themselves into the building. They're making desperate plays, running out a mirror window. I mean, it's just insanity at this point, thinking that that's going to work. And Eight's a lot of work to be done. No way of dealing with these mirror windows. Just have to try and swing the man and get some damage for it. And there's Lyra to finish it off. What can he say?
Because NIP has always been that team where if they get quiet, it really just...
To be fair, it sounds like a logical thing to do when the scoreline says 6-0 on...
Obviously, they don't want things to get too close. They still have their timeout, but... Oh, they're definitely not going to use it until they get towards their tertiary, unless something really bad starts to happen. You can hear the Candelas go, and you can see the Candelas go. Fantasy gets second as well. Well, this is something really bad that's happened. They haven't been able to get inside. Not a flawless, but definitely a failed attack.
Yeah, well, thoughts about, oh, they could maybe do this here. It's still a long way to go before that happens. But at least it's a start. At least it's not a total blowout. I mean, at least that somewhat gives you a bit of pride to not get 7. They were pretty close. It was just an unfortunate situation for them where he ran out of time. Diaz able to find 2. It was pretty close, and maybe that could have been... Whoa, 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 whoa! Where's that?
Probably about to slip away from them. They still have time, to be fair, a minute and a half. You can see the NIP have pulled generically back. They left a single man up, and he's been able to get one before he gets traded out. But they put the kit gold. Then they can peel back, but they did enough to slow them down, and that's no more sledge.
Really, from that first C4, that just kind of cemented the control over towards NIP, and it really looks likely that they're going to pick up their second round here. Both players and Fury have teamed up with each other over towards Red, and oh, well, there's Hate, just waits for them inside Arena. Diaz able to at least get one pick on the Wizard, a good shot, but still 3 more to find. He should be aware of where Hates is, as he just taken down his teammate beforehand, but just a lot of angles needs to check, and that timer slowly but surely ticking its way down. Cade. Can he find the Cade? He's trying his best. Maybe just a matter of time before it gets taken down and starts taking a bit of damage. Last man behind the bomb chassis was aware that maybe some...
El Clasico. This currently is not a 62. And there's another opening kill for NIP that's actually going to 4 in a row.
Just going to take their time with it. Look at the timer. 30 seconds or so remaining. Have to try and get a move on. And there is still plenty of that util. You've got 2 C4s that you have to try and work your way through.
Pressure on towards the swing player. He's going to hold out as best as he can, but as best as he can is a drop on towards 1, but then they find the trade out, and Lyra on a dime gets 2, but Wizard gets 2 right back.
I mean, at this point I don't care because it's getting good.
True. A buyer. Can't be. Surely it won't.
Okay. Has died like that again. You're probably thinking, how has that happened? Again. Furia are really wobbly. Wizard, a second. This is eyeing up to be a 6-4.
The grenade forces the player out, and the guns follow suit. It's a 2 versus 4. No, sorry, a 1 versus 4. Herds. All that's left. I mean, they know where the kit is. You can see them recircling. They're firing a couple of bullets. generically across the bow. Now they know precisely where he is, and he's going to hold the angle and hope. But at this point, with a minute 10, this is just an extension of the previous timeout. They've stepped even closer. Smoke rolls out. He's just going to wait for this sound and mop up. They're going for the plant. In the meantime, they lose the glass, and now they're suddenly stuck in the middle. The shield has to stop going for the plant. They pull back. Diaz gets one. Fancy gets one right back. The spray and the cover, but now the kit is cold. It's a 3 versus 2, though. They can work with this. They can work with time if they can just...
You then have to try and fight your way back, and Zera, good smoke though, will get him in and now angle up for that plant, but he's lost his teammate, he's lost his cover, and he's down to 1 HP. Should be easy pickings here for NIP. And the phone call out, but there's just, I mean, 3 more players he needs to try and deal with here. He's one in towards pillar, but that time just dwindling away now. NIP look as though they are 1 round away from taking us into overtime.
It's been a bit of a coverage and a change at this point. They're still watching, still waiting. Is this too late? NIP, they're still holding on steady, and there's the first kill. The C4 catches one, and there's that opener, but they still have another body on towards the kid itself. They're still watching, they're still droning, and Furia, 20 seconds now to get this plant to land, and the carrier goes down. Wizard was watching, and now what do? You've suddenly lost 2 bodies. You don't have anyone to immediately trade out. You're having to step back into a door who's previously died and hope your cover is good enough. But Diaz is watching the other side. Boxera's caught out. There's one. But there's now your man with the kit that has to find the way in. They can't get straight support. What are you doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, there's 30 seconds remaining. Still no opening kill. Furia. And he Volps with the diffuser in hand. It's just going to have to be a hatch drop. Oh, no. Oh, no. Fantasy. All the way down under. Being able to find Volps.
Well, they're going to try and move on the back of it. They're able to get themselves in, and Basetto's dropped away. In the meantime, they're flooding the site and driven through. Boxera gets one, and they're going to see if they can try and get the plant secured. Are we going to have our first plant of this map so far? Loira gets himself 2, and no, we don't get the plant. 2 seconds. What are they going to do? They try and pick it back up now. We're in the plant again. They get the swing through, but they can find it.
For a friend.
It's Elevate.
This is okay. I'll have to look into that.
Loira gets one. Loira looks into getting Kino. Shield on the other side. They're sort of trying to breathe and fight their way out, and the Clash can just do that. Save the player, save the base, pulls the back. Fox gets one more, and well, now there's at least the cover. They didn't quite know about that player tucked behind, but they find one on the trouble. No Nomad. The flankers are dangerous. No Lion. The flankers are dangerous.
That should be an easy cleanup now for Furia. You've got the Clash up. Sit behind safety. Haven't even thrown down Diaz. Should be a freebie for him, and it will be. Down goes the blitz. Down goes another, and Furia look as though they're finally gonna win out Cafe after having how many attempts? 6 attempts. They do it on their 7th. Wizards is gonna be locked out of this round. Drops into pillar. Loira catches him.
And keeping everybody on the same page, because you're going to follow your blitz wherever the blitz goes. And then at that point, NIP couldn't respond with getting their own attack round win. Great play from Diaz to hide in the corner to be able to get the last the 2 kills before that last one to be able to close out the round. But when you look at the statistics,
Are we going to see yet another defense masterclass? Let's find out.
What's the cutoff? What's my breaking point?
Don't worry, we support you. But they're just going to try and just rush into the site.
All right, well, they're in. The Jank was doing their best to hold them off, and it was actually the smoke that gets one of Basetto and Basetto. 2 versus 4. Both shields are dead. They do get one. Boxera gives himself a second for the round as well. That Basetto was able to get one of them in the middle of the Tachanka fire whilst knifing a shield, I believe that was. In close quarters.
Yeah.
That happened. And now we have a minute 30 left of a round. You're going to see if they can try and slip their way across. The grenades put the pressure on. Don't quite get them. In fact, Wizard gets somebody else with a shotgun in the meantime. Herds, 3 to find. All the smoke canisters use. There's a lot of Shumikers left if they want to. They know where the kid is, and they can just kind of play around it. That's how they've got themselves proposed. They're sort of saying, look, we're playing on contact. As soon as you cross any of this opener... Oh, actually, no, we don't even care. lay it out. Bit of explosives, and there's the movement across, goes across the divide, forces them back. Less than a minute. Oh no! Fantasy caught sleeping. Just the shield drove all the way in. Lawyer is able to now sneak up, and man, a bit of a rare misstep. Wizard steps back in and then caught out by the blitz on the shoulder, and Volps is doing everything to keep them fighting, Demo.
And this is the power of the blitz and these close range engagements. And for Volps, his HP is crucial. He's got all of it, so he can challenge players without having to worry about getting shot in the foot and just dying from that. You know, looking at the retake here, and you better make a move. And now that the player on the hatch is clear, they have the full top floor control. They can play on the hatch, they can play on the verticality, but they're not on the right bomb site to play off that hatch. Volps instead going to try and go for the plant. The SAL has hopped on an echo cam. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. But Boxera, oh, he fights both of them. Oh my! He's now looking for the next one, and the plant's going to go down. A C4. That's not going to work, is it? No, it's not. Volps on such no HP, but he gets the plant down. That's the important thing. He does die, yes, but he still gets the diffuser right where they want it.
I mean, just the perfect sort of little narrow angle they found to make it land. There's Paceto getting one, but someone else has been able to slip through. They're drawing as much attention as possible, but now it's just Boxera left. He's able to find one, can't get the second. And they will have time to get this one. A great retake there for the side of NIP.
It's the important thing, but he just couldn't hold on to the retake, and it's one of those for NIP. Safe from any nades that could be tossed at him.
Resetting arrow out.
5 versus 4, the flashes start to rain in. Pino rains right back out, gets rid of Boxera. Now that leaves them still dumping utility and still not really netting a reward for it, hoping to go for the swing on towards this. But at this point, they're just kind of hoping, right? Let's see if they can try and pull a body out. The Candelas will pop in, and oh, they just pop up! I was sort of waiting for it.
Do it.
Now, oh, he wants to do it, but he knows that there's somebody downed out there, right? And he knows that they're
There's a
trying
leg, there's a foot. Hello.
Oh, he missed it. Oh, and he missed that. Well, that's not gonna be a flawless. Might be able to get his friend up.
That's nothing.
Gonna try 4 versus 2, 40 seconds. Problem is, Demo. Oh, they have 2 hard breach charges. That's about it.
Reloading.
Yeah, it's not looking healthy on the old util lineup here for Furia. IP, just have to sit back and relax. Not much to worry about. Jumps. Lyra gonna take the deep plunge in towards bathroom, but 15 seconds. I mean, this round is done and dusted. Diaz walks to his demise. Lyra should be up next, and NIP, well, it's pretty... It's certainly a conversation to be had about bringing the 2 shields. Maybe you want nades, I don't know. And,
Okay, well,
I mean, come on.
now it's 1 shield. Fantasy.
Shifted now in towards a direct take. They're going to try and force their way in through Toxin using the other shield. Herds has the diffuser in hand. Don't forget, oh, but the yokai drone stuns them out. And yeah, there's the landslide of NIP, as was expected. Furia in the 2v5. Diaz and Boxera. You just don't see anything coming off this.
The weird thing is, as this round reaches a natural flawless conclusion, is they played the Echo there. Maybe this time, although Volps was almost the first body to go, the clash is around, and there's Wizard. It is a flawless half of opening kills, and we might be about to end with another flawless defense as well. Lyra and Diaz, everybody to find. And, I mean, hoping to find somebody. They're swinging on the door. Diaz goes down. Lyra finds one. The first for the game so far. Now as the clash steps up and just bullies them back, I think we have a short drive to the end of this round.
Yeah, it's out of fair here for Lyra. That clash, it just tears them, and I think the double shields have just not been successful here for Furia. NIP have brought more than enough answers for it.
One side, 4 people, one side. They have to push collectively as a unit.
8 games so far from him. 9 and 2 over the course of this match.
But NIP are also adding in the additional flavor of not only going for ops, but also using the Blackbeard push in towards green.
Up against the mirror window, some damage behind them, forces the player further and further away. They're trying to get themselves up close towards it. Seto gets one more, and oh, what a win out on that swing, but a couple of bodies went away from them. And there's one more suddenly level. 2 versus 2. Now they still have the Blackbeard they can work behind, and they have a bit of an isolation. Furia, they're trying to wrap around a dangerous chance and a time to reload, but instead they pull back. Diaz is under pressure from the Blackbeard in the same sort of second. This fight, this sort of narrow angle on the door, the plant is going down. The coverage, the C4 ripped, isn't thrown. Instead, it's caught, but now it's a 1 versus 1. Shield versus the Chanka, the peel back. Sets himself up. He wants to try and play this in a delicate sort of game. The Chanka, he baits out the first, and then he just swings on it.
More calls this round, so that is it's a good start overall from Furia. Opening pick, haven't been traded back, and an important operator, and that's the Fury. Gadget's going to do a bit of damage towards Pino, but he doesn't care. As Hates was able to find Boxera before Volps is there with his own kill back, so a 3v3 is where we sit, and oh, what a swing there from Loira. Gotta be a trade, and Fantasy just gets there in the nick of time.
Yeah, as close as possible. There you go. They've got him now. He could go up, he could get out, but he's not going for it. Instead, pressure is on Diaz. 45 seconds, 3 smoke canisters to play with. Make sure they don't slip away over towards the next map just yet. Drones are rolling out. NIP is rolling in. They have themselves doubling up. I mean, are they just going to try and hit the hatch? 20 seconds and all the canisters left. Get some of the control over the width. Force them in front of you. The first one go past. The second slips on by as well. Knows now that they're coming around to the bottom of the boiler stairs. Great smoke. Round. They'll have to just try and push their way through it, and picks up the man as he entered with the kit. 6 seconds. Just has to play close. Has to play time. Pino's not gone for the plant. He's going for the hunt, and he can't quite get there in time.
Giving himself a chance at having another go at that top floor. Going steady at the moment here for NIP, but what a pick there from Loira Wizard. Head taken right off him. Loira hasn't had the best of games, but been able to get a cracking kill. I mean, you also have to talk about Herds. He's not looking too healthy down there on the 0-8. Let's see if he can maybe try and find himself his first kill in this round. And minute and a half gone. NIP really haven't done much. And hey, speak of him, there he goes. First kill on the board. Heard C4 from below.
Just needed to hit the reverse caster curse, and he gets one. But now in the 5 versus 3, they thought they had an opportunity, and a C4 was almost a removal of that chance. Pino does get Herds. Eyes on towards the site itself. He looks up towards the verticality still being opened, but it's not being swung just yet, most importantly. And it's had the pressure on the other side of the door, the narrow little margin of hiding. There's one they could hide the painful secret of I'm going to shoot you, a 4 versus nobody. As he tries to sneak to the side, we have now 2 defenses in a row, 2 rounds in a row as well.
Locked out. Mid floor locked out. Furia, you have to go back up. Again, best operator to open up the walls. Big hole coming right up. Oh dear. And that'll be the O.
They might be able to punish just a little aspect of this. If they can hit, as I said, the flash. There's the destruction, and whoa!
That certainly has opened up the door now for NIP. All they have to do is try and deal with these players who've now taken aggressively in towards tables, and Herds thought, oh, I can try and get an upper hand here and try and go a little bit crazy. Tucked in the corner, but it's not going to work. However, Volps, I mean, you never expect the third player in towards tables, but here he is.
Doing his best to sort of hold them out, but now the pressure comes around. They've obviously forced their way in. Got the little super shorty, not enough when you're surrounded by 3 other guns. 40 seconds, and you've obviously got Wizard, I think, on the far side, sort of building by himself. They're going to see if they can try and root him out. It's the 2 versus 3, and they're not entirely sure where the breach is coming from. The shotgun can't quite get it. Wizard styled on it, and that leaves just Loira, and he misses the first engagement, tries to angle on towards the second. But that is apparently all she wrote for this map. NIP.
Again, they just seemed like they were a little bit too lackluster, whereas NIP, they were doing what they needed to do, which is just making sure that they're getting the trades. It makes things easier when they get that initial first pick, and then they just play off of each other. And if they can continue to do that, then sky's the limit on map 3. I would have thought that the pressure, NIP being a team...
Furia have a 5-0 record on. So it creates opportunities for them to lock this out, get their EWC spot here, don't have to go to the lower bracket, don't have to use their second chance to be able to do that. And then moving into Fortress.
Hey, at least we know it has to end at some point between these two teams. Will it be another OT? Will it be time again on this map? And they're just going to do the preemptive there. Pull back amongst your own traps. Wizards and Hates find one apiece. As they do that, descent back towards the site, and pretty clean start. Make it even cleaner as Wizard cleans house. Get much further can you get? They still have Goyos, which I'm not sure if they're baiting. The pop, beautiful shot from Volps. Isn't 100% sure at first, and well, the impact. Oh my god, he got that kill before he got, but he still got. And that leaves a 3 versus 1.
What happens if a Pokemon trainer catches a Pokemon as they die? Where does the Pokemon go? That's the question that we have now. But yeah, it's one of those rounds for Furia where it hasn't worked for them. NIP have a flurry of kills and it's a 5v2. And for Boxera, a 1v3 to go up against. NIP being very, very patient here. Who wants to kill? Who wants to come running at him? Who's it gonna be? 4 traps are going off. They know he's in horse now. Just look at the patience here from NIP. They just want to get the job done. Just gonna wait for him. Unload the Candelas, but Pino with the SMG. Takes him.
Oh, do they know? Do they know?
Oh.
Yes!
Okay. Shield? Oh, shield! Vault! Wins that out against Hates. I don't know how he's done that, but he has. Any more? Yes, more! Another one, and a down onto Pino! What did I say? Bring the Blackbeard. Shields are really good in Fortress, and Volps is showing us why.
Yeah, and I sort of made the comment as well that it's been a shield-centric day, and we've not seen the sort of biggest success. The Raridor! Oh, foursome round. I mean, they can try and swing on it. There's a man advantage. They're going to play on the back of it. Loira has the cross. The fire starts to kick in. They're just going to keep the pressure up with the Blackbeard, right? He knows he can't really take his eyes off him.
Whenever professional teams scrim, you will always have 6 rounds on the attack, and you'll always have 6 rounds on the defense. That is always going to happen in scrims. It's not as though you're going to get 7-2'd, and you don't get chances at defenses. That's just the way it's going to be. Furia have just walked in and just killed everyone.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt your point, but the round is done.
How's the round done within a minute?
They just walked. Yes.
Gonna come in from that shield. Close and personal. Should be a freebie here for Hates, and it will be. Loira goes down. What did he expect, that nobody's on the shield? I don't know, but loses life because of that. Thankfully, though, Herds on the other side, able to win his engagement against Fantasy.
Oh, here's the surround, though. Hates. He's under a lot of pressure. He's got to go back to the shield he was watching on before, but now he knows that his door is cut off. He cannot leave his post at this point because he'll get found unless... Oh, Pino! Where was the swing? The timing was too little too late. They've caught him on Volps on the swing and the watch as well. Perfectly pinched from the side of Furia. A shotgun locked on the door puts us in and nobody left. The first body dropped off here. They've pinched on the player behind the bed itself. There's the guy to the razor bloom, but it's actually Hates that finds Herds. And gets themselves the opening body. They're back down towards the top floor site, but this time they're not giving up the ground. Remember last time they sort of fell back bit by bit procedurally. They tried to elongate the round. Here they're not. And it's working much better, Demo.
Yeah, NIP. They fought against that. Loira looking for a backstab. There's a guy right to your left. There is a player right to your left. Thank you. 2. Yes. Ooh, that's a down. Loira has just made this round a lot more interesting as it's doable now for him and Diaz. Holding on to that rotate. Should know he's in bathroom, and they do. Pino able to take him down. Lawyer goes for the shotgun. Basetto is there. Wall being opened up right beside him. Is he going to swing? He's going to have to. And Diaz will pick up a freebie. So essentially a 1v2 because there ain't no way Fantasy's going to get picked up anytime soon. So a minute left. I mean, is it doable?
I mean, you can see if you can try and pull it together, but it's still a 1 versus 2, and you still got a lot of fire in the Shimmick launcher. Finally, Fantasy is put to bed. How are they going to play? It's a bit of an awkward shape on the site here for anyone that wants to enter, and he's sort of baiting the motion, but he can't quite get it out. I mean,
If he can get the opening pick, he's primed and ready. And oh, what an opening pick, 8. Oh, and a second Fantasy joins him. Loira. That's why they brought him over.
you can see that the Snake is going to make an appearance on the other side. The Deimos is causing problems with the clash underneath as well. And there's Pino getting on towards Volps. 3 versus 5. I gotta see if they can step back in. He can't quite get his revenge, but it does draw the focus elsewhere, and that's quite important. Diaz finishes off Pino. 45 seconds.
What's the clash, though? That's the issue. How do you work around this shield that can just sit inside a bathroom, deny the cross over towards Horse? Laura also in a position where, oh, he's just creeped forward, thinking he could try and find somebody, but Hakes has just sat waiting for him, and well, that's a 2v4. Really, it's up to her to try and play off the information that Diaz is going to supply to him. And well, able to find one. There's the shield, and somehow they've made the cross Hakes. Needs to try and get with him and go for the plant, but no, Fantasy's been taken down. Ursus went for the big long rotate in towards bedroom now. Hakes is trying to stick the defuse. Wizard is there, but oh, Herds! He went for the road.
For their cross here, they're driving their way up round towards Horse, on towards the back of the side itself, and Wizard takes the head off of Herds. Clash suddenly lost his friend, turns around and
lost anyone. Are slowly getting themselves in a position where they can just try and collapse in the 3-2-1, but the issue here for Furia is that 3 of them are kind of stacked up amongst each other, and oh yeah, it just leaves the other site completely free, and it was just a 3-2-1 go, and then IP gonna be towards Infirmary now, which again is expected. This is the position that kind of gives away the bomb site if you take it. And Buckzera, what a great shot onto Fantasy. However, the blitz is in. Oh, but is a little bit closer than he was, and because that Basetto able to take him down. A 3v4 though, still advantage for Furia.
yeah, right, that's the sort of problem of it. They've lost one more on the split there. They're trying to fight their way back round at this point. NIP, one body short, 30 seconds. They have a shield that they can try and build behind, and they do get Loira inside. Okay, things are a little bit level. The smoke canister start to pop. One more smoke, one more C4. They have things that they can arms reach play with here. Instead, the flash goes deep on towards a man who drifts a bit wide, but doesn't get caught or punished on the back of it. Basetto, in the meantime, is going for the plant. Oh, Wizard is able to find at least one as they swing their way in. The worst time to pull off the gun, but they've been able to pull off the plant itself, and now they're stuck sort of fighting their way through. The blitz just battering, causing problems, flashing. They're holding them here on a very thin, narrow margin. They can't quite find a way around the corner because the blitz is just here so repeatedly. There was a team kill. Oh no!
IP staying alive.
Huh?
And Wizard, who have been really running the show for their side, which hasn't really been the case this stage. So it is a bit of an anomaly that we're seeing this game.
Trying to hold on towards the line. You can see the Deimos is drawing them, shepherded them back, but Loira gets themselves a second. The Blackbeard is gone. Doesn't really matter how far you push the Clash back at this point. She is not just surplus, she's the addition. They can set themselves up either side and still hit you with the 2 versus 1. Loira is at least caught out. A tricky divide to cross. I mean, Loira was out fishing quite far away. They've got themselves ready on towards the breach. They're just going to swing around and hit the pre-fire. How he's got there, I don't know, but he didn't get much further. That leaves 20 seconds. There's at least another trade out. Wizard alone with the kit, hoping to find a friend, but with the Clash just sort of saying, hello, mate, I'm here. Well, they know everything he's doing.
Yeah. Furia.
Time. So they've got to propose themselves more aggressively. This is where they got that opening kill and they're still buying time, but Loira buys the first body demo.
Yeah, big. Furia. Man advantage. Does he take down the Solid Snake? Here comes the blitz, but it's failed. Oh, a big round for Boxer. That's the engagement that he failed on the last time, and the Deagle to cement his position in Infirmary. And speaking of Infirmary, I think NIP needs some assistance, some medical assistance, as they have a 5v2 to deal with.
They get rid of Loira, maybe. He's down, but he's not entirely out. He can creep his way across, and just walking in through Barb is going to give the game away. 3 for Boxera, and only 1 left. Can't get the double stack up. Wizard. Unfortunately, the spell has been cast against him. Furia. They know the way.
Which, out of all the maps, this was probably the one that they were struggling with the most. Let's bring a clash just in case, and then we're able to take out the Glaz, the Twitch, things that were hindering them in that best of one that they played 4 days ago. So instant auto correction from
More round than they did in the initial matchup between these two. Now, looking at the MVP, glad to see Diaz in this position here. I feel like consistently fragging throughout the match as well has been a really important thing, and especially since the series went on for so long, right? You win that first map, it's after this thrilling game. Speaking to Diaz, congratulations on making it to EWC. You must be feeling very happy right now.
Yep, for sure. Happy to be back.
I didn't hear you at first, but I hear you now. Foxy, go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you. Foxy, go ahead. What's your question?
we hear you now. Well, Diaz, I wanted to know, just quickly, so obviously you guys had played these guys on Fortress 4 days ago. We saw a lot of clash play. You guys banned out Glaz, Twitch, things that they used in that matchup. Was the clash play in preparation because you guys didn't ban the shields? You assumed they were going to be running shields, so it was a direct counter?
Our counter was honestly to use the clash to play step by step. So basically, like, start very forward and then step back and play safer inside. That was mainly the idea with the clash, just to help like fortify site when we fall back.
Could you kind of explain how the team was moving through the series? Because you end up losing Lair, which is a map that you have a 5-0 record on, and then to come back into here, what kind of was a team talk in between these two maps?
Yeah, so first map we started off flying 6-0, and then we couldn't win an attack to save our lives, and that gave them the momentum. So going to second map, it was very, very hard to stop them, and they just had our phone number. It was hard to do everything, to be honest, and they kind of countered us because we scrimmed them in the past, but we didn't really care. We went to Fortress. We knew that we were going to beat them because we beat them last week when we had a very, very good plan for the third map, and yeah, everything worked out.
Now, with a team like NIP, of course, they're really good at getting those opening kills. That's their strong suit, is being able to get in there, find the opening frags. After losing a map like Lair or throughout the whole series, how do you guys limit that against such an early aggressive team?
I think it goes with the plan as well. Like, our main plan was to try to fall back on most defenses without dying and playing like the late round. So it was just told the team to not play so aggressive in the beginning because they're good at getting those entry picks, and we're pretty good at giving them if we don't put the boys on like a leash. So yeah, just the prep, and yeah.
Awesome. Now, your next matchup is going to be against your former organization. Going to play against Team Liquid. Anything you want to say about that?
Nope.
All right, cool. Sounds very good to you. Thank you so much for your time. And once again, a big congratulations on making it to EWC.
Thank you.
Awesome. Picking his words.